Hello guys, welcome back. So in the previous lecture, we have seen the instances method, how we can create the instances method in the class. In this lecture, let's quickly understand how we can create these static methods. So first of all, what are static methods? In simple words, these are the methods which are used by the parent class itself. They cannot be used by the instance methods. Okay. So in the previous lecture, we have seen the function which we wrote here. We were able to use them in the instance methods, right? Like P1, P2, P3, P1 dot get gender, P2 dot get gender, and so on and so forth, right? So that is not the case with the static methods. Okay. So static methods act as a utility function. Okay, so let's say you are a senior developer somewhere, okay, and you have a junior developer. So whatever work you give to that junior developer, he can do that work only. He cannot take work or any task from other senior developers or from other developers, right? Or he cannot do any task on its own, right? So whatever you give that junior developer, that is what he have to do. Okay, so that is the same case with the static method. Okay. So like we write the static methods with the static keyword. So let's quickly write them. Okay. So here for the sake of example, let's write static calculate average age. Okay. Here I'll pass P person 1, person 2, person 3. Okay, so here what I want is I simply want to return the average of their ages, right? So let's quickly do it. Okay, so here I will simply use their ages. Okay, and then here I have to use the plus sign, right? Let's use plus symbol. That's totally fine, and then I'll simply return it. Okay, so this is the function which can be used by the class itself. Okay, so let's say we have a class, we have a students, so it's the responsibility of the teacher to calculate the average strength of the students. It's not the responsibility of the students to calculate the average and strength of their colleagues, right? So it's the responsibility of the teacher. Okay, so that is why only the teacher can access this method. Only the teacher can calculate the average, not the students. So that is the same terminology I'm using here. Okay, so let's say here we have a teacher, here we have the students. So teacher wants to calculate the average strength of their or average age of their students. So what it will do, it will simply use this particular method so that that teacher can get the average age of their students. Okay, it's not something which his like that teacher's student can access. Okay, so let me show you an example. So let's say if I write P1, okay, in P1 dot, let's use calculate average age here, and then let's see what happens. Okay, here I'm passing P1, P2, P3, right? So let's pass P1, P2, P3. Let's see if it works or not by any chance. Okay, so now here if you see, I'm getting P1 dot calculate average age is not a function, because this method, this calculate average, is simply not accessible by the instance methods. Okay, so now in case of the P1, if I try to access this method by the class directly, by the person class, okay, that means the teacher in case of my example. So let's see what happens. Okay, so prototype P1 dot calculate average age, okay, it's still there, so I have to comment it out. Okay, now if you see, I am getting the average age of the students. I can do math.round, math.floor, that's fine, but this is just an example, right? So as you can see, the person class is able to access that particular method. Okay, oh, I don't know why I'm expanding this. Okay, the person class is able to access the average age of the students. Like the person is able to access this particular method, but not the instances. So that is why we use it as a utility function, or we can say helper function, in order to calculate some complex logic, or in order to write some complex logic or do some stuff. which can be limited to that particular class. Okay, so that is what static method is all about. It's just a high level overview. In case if you want to dive deep into it, then you can go and search for the static methods in MDN for sure. Here you have to go inside the JavaScript references classes static method, and you will find the nice article along with some examples. Okay, in case if you want to dive deeper into it, but just for the sake of completeness, I thought to like tell you this static method as well, so you guys will be aware of what it is. Okay, even though we are not gonna use it, I don't think like I am going to use it in the rest of the series, but still I prefer to show you this one for the sake of completeness. Okay, so yeah, this is all about static method. In case if you wanna take a screenshot, you can take it. Okay, so this one and this one. Okay, so yeah, this is it for today's video. See you in the next one.